innovation, newcomer, futuristic conversation here with Circitz in the building. What up? What up? What up? What up, my man? What's the word, man? I'm excited for this one, dude.
Was yeah, I'm hyped, man. It's been a long time coming. We've been meaning to do this for a minute, but it's the perfect
Bro,
timing though. A lot's been happening.
the phone tag or the DM tag rather has been fun. It's been a fun game of DM tag. But we here.
Yep. But hey, we're here now.
We here, man. And we talked to you prior, man, and gave you your flowers earlier. And I actually DM'd the whole Digital Dreamers team and the people part of that family. And said y'all really inspired me, man. Everything y'all post, everything from y'all updating, um, just the whole just passion and enthusiasm of this VR tech in the future, man. So welcome everybody to In the Lens with Benz. I'm your host of Beneficial Films. Y'all know me in the VR as Beneficial Games. And today we're doing something different. Of course, bringing together the virtual and the real. I'm here as my avatar in VR, and joining me live is the uh, VR most passionate VR tech. I want to say God tech advisor. Ready Player
Tech gamer,
One
that was my
in real life. Ready
yeah,
Player One, ready futurist. You said tech gamer. So many things, bro.
yeah.
Circus in the building, bro. And I'm definitely glad to have you on the show. We talk about virtual reality, AI, and the creative journeys of those shaping the future. It's about imagination, innovation, and those creating, and those new futures and communities, bro. And today we're diving in with Circuits. What's up, my man? Welcome, bro. Welcome. How you feeling today? How was your day today?
Man,
What you did today?
I'm feeling good, man. Know what I mean? Did some work for my other business, and then came home, and now we here. I kind of woke up late because I was up till 7:30, 8 a.m. Recording and doing
Oh,
my
you stay
contractual
working.
obligations.
You
Yeah,
you 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 stay working.
stay
You
working. Got to stay on the
so when
grind.
you go to sleep and when you wake up.
I went to sleep at 7:30 and I got up at 9:30, 10.
Ooh, she did like 18, 19, 20 hour day out there in these streets, in these meta streets,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Yo,
Hey,
so um, today marks. I was doing a little research. I didn't mark my number of episodes I've been doing. I've been just kind of rolling and being excited about talking with these creators like yourself. And I did a little numbering today on my YouTube, and today marks the 30th episode, bro. 30th episode.
let's
I'm gonna play some
go.
little music that don't make sense, and we gonna
Know what I
jam a
mean?
little bit. Thank you, bro. Thank you. And but I'm scrolling. I'm like, that's not enough. That's not enough, bro.
Nah,
That's just scratching the surface.
nah. It's got we got to hit 100.
We gotta hit 100. I know. We gotta hit like 500 for me, for real, man. But 100,
Oh yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna take
Five,
that. I'm
500.
gonna take that number.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take that number, and we're gonna
Yep.
stamp it. We're gonna stamp it, bro. 100 episodes, and that myself, I can't even fathom it. But I couldn't even fathom me doing 30 episodes. I thought I was on like 15. I thought I was on 15, but this
Yeah.
I'm very very glad to have you, bro. Circus. I'm very very glad to have you because I've been looking at you for a minute, man. Ever since I joined the family, and even before that, and I've been interested in VR for a long time, and that spiked from playing video games all the way to watching the movie Ready Player One. And you, sir, are the real life Ready Player One. Can you tell people a little bit about you and how you got started in VR in general?
Yeah. So I've been a long time gamer. I actually started my YouTube channel when I was 12, 13 years old, and my channel was
When
literally
you was
named Tech
12
Gamer.
and 13 years old, bro, that's a long time.
Yeah. I'm what the kids call an unk now. So but back then I my channel was called Tech Gamer. So like literally like my whole life like this I've been waiting for this moment. So I I was joined with a network because back then YouTube they had a partnership program, but you had to join a network in order to get paid from there. And then I was streaming back when Twitch was Justin TV. So it was Justin TV, then it was Twitch like the gaming
It
side,
was
and then they
called
just
Justin
converted it to
TV.
Twitch. It was called Justin TV.
Bro,
Yep,
you're a
OGs
unk.
OGs know what I'm
You're a
talking about.
real unk.
Yeah. We used to use Skype instead of Discord back in the day. TeamSpeak. So OG gamer. So but yeah,
Team
I've pretty much been a gamer my
Team
whole
Speak.
life. Uh, play I played World of Warcraft for 10 years. Played League of Legends since season two. So big PC gamer. And then I started doing music around like high school is when I kind of fell off of gaming for a bit. Like the end of high school, early college, I was outside, and then moved to LA to pursue music. Um, kind of, was kind of going through it when I got out here. Realized I didn't want to do music anymore, and then I built my homie his computer for work, and then we got into gaming again, and then I ended up getting a VR headset, the Quest 2, play some Super Hot, and it was over. My
Super
my uh
hot.
my money was drained
Mm.
since then. So, but it's starting to pay off now. But I've always had content creation always on the back of my mind. So I always had the concept of like, yo, what if, I could be Ready Player One, but I'm actually like, trying to do physical challenges and actually be like a VR athlete and get
Mm.
bunch of, wear a bunch of tech, pretty much be a lab rat of VR. So that's kind of like my whole
Mm.
thing. And recently my page has been blowing up. So
And I
so
love
yeah, man,
that,
that's like
bro.
that's kind of like my backstory.
I love that. So it started off just gaming, man. And that's what it is, gaming.
hmm
What
That's what it's all about.
what was the first game you done played?
The first game for VR or just in general?
Let go both.
In general, what's the first game I played? Maybe it was Dragon Ball Z Budokai 2. That was like the first that like that's the game
Ooh,
that like I
that's
summer
on
camp we used
PS.
to like everybody brought their consoles and we did tournaments and stuff. Um but yeah, that's like my first game. My favorite game of all time, Kingdom Hearts 2. Hands down, that was the first game. You had that first game that like you play it and you like, "Oh yeah, this is my hobby now." It was like one of those games for
You
me.
said Kingdom
But
Hearts?
Kingdom Hearts, yep.
Kingdom Hearts, bro. I never got the chance. I always looked at every all the content. But I never got the chance to play it. Put the CD in.
Yeah, yeah,
If the
it's
kids
nah,
know what
it's
I'm,
it's
if the
the
kids know what that
commercial.
is.
Yeah, yeah. I know CD. Man, used to buy your ringtones back then. Mm-mm.
99
But
cents.
but yep, 99 cent. 99 cent. But yeah, that's like my probably favorite games right now
What
for the most part.
What do you think separates good, content from mediocre content, bro?
Good content from mediocre content. A good hook. A good hook. Let me tell y'all, like,
I've been hearing that a lot.
one of yeah, a good the first three to 5 seconds is the most important thing. So okay, I'll break it down for y'all. Um, so my first video that went viral on YouTube, it was is my VR setup more than my rent. That hook alone was like crucial because it was relatable. Um, everybody pays rent. Most people paying rent, hopefully, and then it kind of hooked people in really well that off the rip my retention was like a 95% retention rate. So your hook is like crucial because if you have a good hook they'll stay for the rest of the video, for the most part. So but that is the most crucial part. And then the next thing is falling forward with your content. So like learning
Mm.
from your last post is very crucial. So like for instance, for me, hitting your first million views is not so much hitting the first million; it's about what you learn from that first million. That's huge. Because once I hit my first million view video, I did it again and again and again, and every video, every time I fine tuned it, I find what works. Um, like for instance, people love when I swim on this treadmill. They love that you could do that on there because they didn't even know you could swim on the treadmill. So,
Oh, that's
but
definitely
like little
brand
things
new.
like that. Yeah, yeah, you get what I'm saying. But it's little things I picked up over time where once you hit it, it's very repeatable. So but yeah, definitely have a good hook though
Okay, this the hooks that do it. So
for the most
coming
part.
back into VR and bringing the content in, man. What's the difference between 2D and VR for you? I know the main difference is what's behind you right now, bro. just the whole immersion of it. So back in the day, what's the main difference, or how do you try to get people to, who's like, because that's why I made the show, who people who not familiar with VR, who probably still on 2K or Call of Duty, or you know what I mean, Battlefield. How do you, what's your words into getting them in the VR, and what's the difference in making some content for 2D versus VR?
So, what I would say is, like I said, the immersion and the fact that you can use your body in games. That's one thing I very value a lot in VR. The fact that I mean, I have a treadmill, but just in general, you're moving your body and you're kind of training yourself with motor skills. So I'm a big, very big competitive player. I played competitive games my whole life, and I play a lot of competitive VR, and I've always fell in love with the fact that like I have to worry about certain mechanics. Like if I'm playing like Rumble VR, which is like one of my all-time favorite VR games, fighting games right now. Um, you have to do certain poses like it's a martial art to cast certain abilities. So like a mix
Mm,
between game design and just like little things like that that like helps your motor skills, or like shooting
mm-hmm.
aiming a gun in a game, you have to physically do it, so it's actually a motor action that you translate
Mm-hmm.
in real life. So that's the
Love
big
that.
benefit of VR. The difference between uh marketing VR versus flat screen is very difficult. Like people would think, a lot of people in my comments be like, "Oh, show more gameplay and stuff," but people don't realize I was showing a bunch of gameplay, but it's a lot harder to sell people on the idea of VR. So I'll give you
Mm,
an example. I study a lot of like creators in the space, and one thing I noticed, especially a lot of treadmill users, the videos that popped off is just a single shot with just them on the treadmill running on it, versus the posts that don't really go as successful is the post where it's a split screen. You got the treadmill, you on the treadmill at the top and then the gameplay at the bottom. One thing I notice when I show people and friends is that sometimes that kind of gets distracting and overwhelming, where sometimes they
mm,
might pay attention to you and miss that you're actually controlling, the game on top. I've gotten that a
mm.
lot. So, cause like I'm at my jobs, for my handyman business, I'm doing jobs. I'm showing clients I'm showing everybody my setup. Like, yo, what you think it is? But I'm doing that to see like. So when I started anime, we see people love the concept of VR. Is just trying to sell it to people, because it's different from playing flat screen versus being in the headset. You know what I'm saying?
Way
Somebody that
different.
plays VR, like like it's way different.
Way
Like,
different.
it's hard. The
You can't really
FOV
play it
might
for
be
like.
too.
You can't really play for 10 or 15 minutes. You might get nauseous. You know what I mean? A lot of people have difficulties.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's a hard sell. That's why I feel like having camera options in a lot of VR games right now is super important to so that we as creators can showcase like, hey, let me sell you on like this. This is it.
Mm-hmm. And that's
So yeah.
no, my fault. I saying that's my main goal for real. Like to get people inset in the headset and be like, yo, this is really the future of gaming, or even immersion, or you watching your favorite TV shows, or being with people, or networking, or
Mhm.
a bunch of stuff, brother. No, how do you see VR
Yeah, it's
gaming changing in the next 1 to 3 years, bro? How do you see that changing?
I think it's definitely going to grow. A lot of people don't realize that games like Gorilla Tag and Rec Room and Horizon, a lot of kids play those games. So a lot of
Mm-hmm.
kids are going to grow up playing those games. So like say for instance,
Mm-hmm.
like let's say CS:GO is a good example, right? You got the generation that just started playing Call of Duty or CS:GO, and then as they grow up, now they're adults now they're, the player bases, people are more acclimated to the game. Now it's more of a generational game. Now I feel like we're at that point with VR where, me and you, we're in the early stages, so we're in the very like early stages. People are picking it up, but a lot of kids are playing it right now. It's like, for
Mm-hmm.
example, I shout out to J Man Curly. um he's killing it right now. I went to VidCon And I kid you not, bro. I wore my suit at VidCon, and he was there, and his fans had the Quest headset, and they all played Gorilla Tag, and it was
Mm.
a bunch. Like it blew my mind the amount of kids that was there with their headset,
Like in real
asking me, "Yo,
time,
do you
in real life,
in real time?" Yeah, and
playing
they
the
they
same
they
game,
see
huh?
my yeah,
I
and they
remember
see in
that.
my suit, and they thinking I play. Yo, you play Gorilla Tag, but like these are kids,
Mm.
and I kid you not, I took 13 pictures and autographs. Kids coming up to me just wanting to take pictures and stuff just off of my suit. So these
Mm.
kids are gonna grow up. You get what I'm saying? Growing up playing Gorilla Tag like how it is for Roblox and Fortnite. I'm realizing Fortnite. A lot of those people are grown ass adults
Yeah,
now. So
yeah,
so
yeah.
so over time it's going to pick up because kids are going to adapt. Motion sickness is going to be a lot better to solve. Technology is going to get better, so I'm very excited for it. Because the more people that buy VR hardware, the better it is. Money back into the studios, and we can get better games. Unless you're Valve, but
Damn. Hey, shout out to Left 4 Dead, man. I heard they're making some new stuff, ain't it?
I think so. Oh, maybe I think they are. I
I
think they
heard
are.
something about
Thinking
a
about
Left
it.
4 Dead remake or something like that,
Mhm.
something like that. what's your
Yeah.
what's your setup when you're recording VR content though? Can we talk a little bit about that, man? Because I think that's huge. People are, well, what does that look like? You know what I mean? Is it simple?
Yeah, it's no, it's not. It's definitely not. Majority of my like most of my money was spent on the gear. Because like I said, it's another thing that's hard to record. So right now I'm testing this PC right now, but I normally have a 50 RTX 5090 i9 14900K. They gonna kill me in the comments. They're like, oh, you should have AMD. But so my computer's stacked. I have two motion cameras, so one of my ops bots is usually in this corner here, and then I got one over there. And I actually made my first code script to where it's tied to my VR headset. So whenever
Oh,
I'm
really?
turning on my treadmill, it can switch cameras
Oh,
automatically
nice. And you coded
on
that.
there. Yeah, and that's something I coded. So I'm actually
Nice.
making some tools to help me better record. Cause like it's like I have to strap up on this thing and then suit up, and then I gotta and if the camera's off angle, then I gotta get off and
Yeah,
fix something.
exact, bro. I know exactly what you mean as a film major, bro,
Eh,
and trying to do
eh,
everything's, bro. If that's not
yeah,
even talking
it's
about learning the software. You know what I mean?
yeah, it's crazy. But and then I got like a little mini keyboard on the like at the bottom edge of my treadmill so that I can, if I need to troubleshoot something, I can easily just hit shortcuts. So I'm big on
Nice.
you know, um, like recording, and then I got the in-game the VR overlay and stuff. But
And you know what I mean, not to
yeah,
get into business, but I mean, you know, I mean, the number one question is like, what you do in the free time to get that to be able to, you know what I mean, get that, you know what I mean?
I still no, I'm just kidding. I no, yo, this gonna blow your mind. So I joke about my setup being 10K, but I only spent about 3,000 on my setup
Mm,
total. So I actually was very frugal, and my handyman jobs, I get a lot of free stuff. So this beanbag I got for free. The treadmill I got half price.
nice,
Somebody was selling it on Facebook Marketplace. I got super lucky
nice.
with
There
that,
you
and they
go.
sold me the Quest with it.
Exact,
Um,
nice.
Tracker, Facebook Marketplace, my index with the base stations for free. The guy just never sent me his info to pay him or whatever, and stuff. So I got
It's a gift. He
got
says
that
it's a
for
gift,
free.
man.
The suit I made, and then like stuff here and there. Even my computer, like my computer, I got the hookup for my parts
Mm,
and stuff. So I barely spent
very
much on
nice.
that, and then yeah.
Cause
But
I'm
yeah,
not.
how I got the Quest 2 actually, my bad, not to cut you off.
No, you good.
I How I got the Quest 2 actually is I was reselling old school video games, and I
Mm.
had got the Quest in like a bundle a lot that I got, and then that's when I got into VR super heavy. So I'm a hustler. So like if it's something I want, like I'm a stack. If I gotta build PCs and
There
flip
you
them,
go. There you go. You heard it
yeah.
there. And
So
then yeah, as a handyman, bro, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people you meet There's a lot of people who has different
Hmm.
equipment, or like there's a lot of people who buys it just to try it, and like they don't, it don't fit their lifestyle, or like they try it and they maybe don't like it no more, and they just have it. And to find the people who don't want it with that same like the passion, enthusiasm at half the price of what the original, why not, right? Why not? And then
Yeah,
boom, look
yeah,
what you're doing now. You're making use of it. You're making use of it.
yeah. Yo, listen, LA, they be throwing out every. I got this secret lab share last week from
I,
from a job. Just
I
cleaned it up
believe you,
real quick.
brother. I
You get what I'm
believe,
saying? Like
yeah.
anything's possible, y'all. Y'all keep calling me a millionaire. Nah, I just gotta be. You gotta be frugal, man. You gotta be frugal.
And
But
then
I do meet a lot of people. Um, I do meet a lot of people out here. Especially for my handyman business. It was very good to network. Doing that, and plus I have such a unique setup, so a lot of people out here have never seen this before. To
mm-hmm.
We were talking earlier, like that's why I feel like all of us creators in the VR space, like we're so important because a lot of people don't even know a lot of this stuff exists. That's why I love
Mm-hmm.
what I'm doing now is
Mm-hmm.
I'm putting people on like
Yeah, it's
like
brand new.
yo like you had never seen this
And I
before.
love the
You get what
reaction.
I'm
They're like, you
saying?
can do
So
what in there? What else can you do?
yeah,
Can you
yeah,
do this in there? Can you do that? You just like, yep. Yeah, I'll be like
mhm.
anything you can possibly probably think of is just a way you can do it in VR.
Yeah, yeah, but but being in a major city like this, it's a easy in. So like, I actually like with my handyman business, I'm actually going to be doing VR setups for some of my clients too. So that's another package I've been doing, and kind of I'm pretty much the VR guy um out here. So like my neighbors, the whole neighborhood, like my room is like an arcade where people just want to be like, yo, I want to stop by and just check it out. So
And,
standing out is very important. It's definitely
mm.
very important. So
And that's huge, bro. Cause just off the my 2 cents, bro. Just being outside, I'm seeing a lot of people that's in the VR community is going to like these conferences or like these exhibits, and there being a lot of people that's in the same space and collaborating with them. And I think that's huge, bro. That's huge. You was telling me about something
yeah,
like that, bro. Can you tell me your experiences of doing something like that, just going out?
yeah. So I was actually a back home. I was a concert and party promoter and host. So like I'm very good at like talking to people and networking. Like I love talk. I'm a very big people's person. So it's kind of second nature. So in this space, this is why it's important to always play to your strengths because I knew I'm a good talker. At the time, I only had like 300 something followers, but I knew everybody in the space before I even started to pop off with my own content. But that's just me though, because I just knew how good I am with that. So I got my start with these this glove company called Udex Real, and people who are in the VR space know that like I'll probably put you on to these gloves because I
Mm-hmm.
found them on Kickstarter because I wanted to make like a VR sword accessory to help
Mm.
me train. I do sword fighting in real life too, so
Oh, nice.
um but I got these yeah, and it's just an idea I had, so I wanted to find like some gloves for VR and I found them on Kickstarter. um and they ended up having a volunteer position open for CES last year on their
Mm.
Discord. So went on there, um, asked to apply, and then it was in Vegas, and I'm in LA, so I can drive there with my equipment, and they can rent it out. So I actually got my start them renting out my equipment. Got paid to be at that conference for an entire week with a VR company. We were kind of like separate from all the VR stuff, and built that relationship. And then from there, I started getting going to more VR conferences with them, where I'm coordinating, the booth this year, and that's how I met like a bunch of other creators. So I actually got my start actually messaging a lot of creators in the space about our booth and then the gloves we had at the booth, and that's how actually I met a lot of and friends with a lot of creators now
That's
in that
huge.
space. And this is all before I even started going viral and stuff. So by the time I'm going viral, I already had the relationships with the brands,
Mm-hmm.
the companies and stuff. So now it's just like, okay, look, I'm party, I'm y'all now. So
All right. You're part of that
I'm in it
VR
now.
hub.
So
You're part of the VR
yeah.
hub. Do you approach gameplay differently when you're not recording, or like you know what I mean?
Um, do approach gameplay different when I'm not recording? No, no, not. I mean, I'll probably just talk less and just be more locked in. But I pretty much am the same. Like I've built a good brand where I'm pretty much the same on camera than I am off camera. Like I'm talking to my friends about VR. I'm like, yo,
Mhm.
look, you see me running, and like I'm literally like that all the time. So just like super excited for VR. I'm just more so excited for this stuff I can do on camera. Like it's a lot of dope projects that I actually want to innovate in the VR space that I'm working on right now. So
Nice. I'm
that's like
excited
the
for
dope
that one,
part.
brother. I'm about to say we got to
Yeah.
collab on something, bro. I'm about to say, how do you keep your content feeling fresh and not repetitive?
Um, man, I'll be trying to figure that out every day. But it's tough. You know what I do? I tell creators don't be afraid to copy, because like one thing that really helped my content a lot is that I tried different things and I found content I really liked and I copied it but put my own spin on it. Um, which is funny because a lot of people tell me how unique my content is in the space. And in the beginning, I was like, and you can kind of see it when you go through my pages. Like I'll kind of copying trends. I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and I'm taking like little bits and pieces to where now I got my own format. But you can see
Nice.
all that, all the inspiration. So don't be afraid to copy, to try new things. Because what
Mhm.
worked really well for me is like one, I'm funny and doing skits. I don't think I haven't really seen a lot of people do VR skits like the way I do,
Mhm.
and it's mostly IRL. Like I said, I don't really showcase gameplay. I'm just showing you like the lifestyle of a VR player. That's like my whole concept.
Mhm.
So
I
just
like that, bro.
but it's fresh. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? It's something fresh. It's a fresh take on it. It's different. So that's how I approach it. And plus, yeah, just being out here in LA, it's like it's a very creative base, and I have such a different angle on content creation. So it's when I collab with other creators, it kind of like sparks up new ideas and stuff.
I love that, bro. I hope you keep going too, bro. They got to collab on something. What game we on? What game you playing next?
Oh man, I play a lot of Behemoth. Oh, I'm
Behemoth.
about to hop on Forefront. A lot of people been hopping on
And what's
Forefront.
Forefront? And what's Behemoth? For the
It's
people
like
who don't know, what's Behemoth and what's Forefront?
so I play a lot of action combat games. So Behemoth is it's Shadow of Colossus but in VR. So you fight like big ginormous titans and stuff. You got like swords.
Mm.
Um, and then Forefront is Battlefield VR pretty much. And it's like it's hot
Mm.
right now. Everybody's been kind of playing it.
Hotter than the other
So yeah,
gun
those
game that's out?
um what gun games. Veil. I dip and dabble in Veil a little bit. I was
Okay.
playing that since beta. Um,
So,
Contractor Showdown. I got to get back into.
okay.
Super
I'm trying
heavy.
to
So
see if you mention anything. I played of her. Brother good. Brother good. Back on this to us on the 30th
check
with Circitz, and I don't appreciate
on
this
the 30th
Verizon.
episode.
That's wild.
Like, what's
Everything's
up
been
with that,
crystal
man?
clear, man. I'm blaming on Verizon. Verizon, I need you to sponsor us. Give us a couple years of free Wi-Fi for me and Circus, please. If y'all are hearing us today,
Yeah,
Verizon,
please,
y'all
please. I'm
messing up
about
the
to I'm
30th
about to shoot them an
episode.
email.
Come on, Verizon, you're supposed to be sponsoring us through the Wi-Fi and keeping us connected. But continuing on with Brother Circus.
Check.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, Verizon. Verizon be tripping. My boy. I had tried Verizon for like a month, and I was like, oh my god, this is crazy.
Yeah, this is no bueno. I think we kind of back. Not sure. We still alive. We still recording. I'm gonna have to splice him up. Well, hopefully, it doesn't do it again. Continuing though, giving us a little more time on a virtual clock here, bro. I was asking. I see that I mean, I've been seeing your stories, and you've been connecting with more and collaborating with more like brands. people and gaining, commissions and stuff like that. Um, I, for one, wanted to do the same as far as making movies, short films, content, commercials in VR, and gain some type of revenue and commissions in VR, which I had, and I felt like it was a major goal. How do you, or what do you tell the people, say to people to want to do the same thing, that we doing? How do someone get
Um,
started?
you can do it a lot sooner than you think. So like I said, I post a lot of behind the scenes stuff on my stories. To kind of show, because I'm literally like, and this is not to boast, but like I'm literally on the rise up, where like this is going to be a full-time thing. So the biggest thing I've learned is micro influencing. So I've been getting a lot. Like I said, I had some brand affiliations before, but now I'm getting actual brand like deals, like getting campaign money to do certain posts. So I got my first one a couple weeks ago, and then my second one I got through doing outreach. So a big thing that's really been turning this around for me is actually sending out emails directly to brands wanting to work with them, um, and also expanding, at, doing the getting brands working with brands adjacent to VR. So, well, the one I can't really talk about right now. Let me give an example. So, for example, right, I'm running on my treadmill and I sweat a lot. So what does that mean? I can wear athletic gear and stuff. So a lot of athletic companies and like say like wearables or clothing companies that help with performance fit, I can work with those brands because it still relates to what I'm doing now, and
Nice,
that opens the door crazy because now it doesn't
nice,
pigeonhole
nice
you to
thinking.
just getting deals from VR.
Hmm.
So that's been huge. That's been and that's literally been the difference between like this is making like side money and like this is like, oh, this could be a full-time job thing. Let's say you
I
you
love
guys
that.
will see in the future like when I do more brand deals, but you'll see why like it's important because it surprised me because I threw out my price and shout out to Digital Dreamers. Now I mean, perfect, like best group to be a part of. A lot of y'all helped me with like working out contracts, how much I should be charging myself now. Um, and all that stuff. And listen, I threw up my price, and they came back and was like, "Yo, like, let's do it. Let's sign here." That's when it clicked for me, where I'm like,
Nice,
"Oh,
brother.
I gotta send out emails just every day."
Hmm.
While the going is hot right now, and then run it up because now granted, mind you, I'm doing about 18 million views a month so far. So like past
Wow,
30 days I did almost
that's
18
huge.
million views. So like
Damn.
I'm doing crazy numbers. And
Wow.
everything across the board is growing around the same rate. Like my TikTok, my Instagram. So it's crazy numbers, but
Hmm.
um it made me realize too that followers don't matter. It's always about your content. It always goes back to your content at the end of the day. As long as you're making great content, you can work with a lot of brands. I said something the other day where I said content brings the income, followers sustain it. So, content, you hot right now, brands want to work with you no matter what. Cause on top of that, I can show brands too that I'm converting also. So like people are buying up my link or whatever. So and I have a 95% click through rate with my links, with my affiliate links. So, I have
Nice,
leverage to show the brands like, hey, I sell shit.
nice.
This is my
Jeez,
numbers, and then you could do it that way. But doing a lot of brand outreach helped out a lot.
that's huge, man. That's huge advice, man. I'm even learning something from you myself, bro.
Yeah,
That's huge,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
If you
Yeah,
could
it's
get
crazy,
paid
bro.
to play only one VR game forever, which one would it be, bro?
Ooh. One VR game forever?
What would that look
Oh,
like? Which
that's.
one would if you could?
You know what? I'm gonna say Skyrim.
Ooh, I
Skyrim,
like
because
that, bro.
Skyrim got more variety where I can be in that joint for a minute.
Right, right, yeah. And it's a
Yeah,
world you can like live in that joint, low key. If you know what I mean. If you put in a lot of hours,
yeah,
you could
pretty
be
much.
in there. You might as well Stay in there, whole another world. That's a good answer, bro. I actually like
Yeah,
that. They got
yeah,
Skyrim in on the
yeah.
Quest, or just in the Steam?
No, no, no. It's just on PC. Yeah,
It's
PC
on.
VR.
Okay, okay. That's what I was thinking. That's a big
Skyrim or No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky is another one.
No
That's
Man's
that's that's a
Sky. I
banger.
haven't played it, but
hmm
I'm looking at it like maybe I should get that one time. Should I get it
Listen, me
on
and
in
my
the Quest
homies,
or the PlayStation?
PlayStation. I think it runs a lot better on PlayStation.
Okay.
Um, yeah, it's great. Like me and my homies, we put in 60 hours in 1 week playing that game. Like we was hooked.
Oh yeah.
So
Okay. I love that. I'm gonna have to check that out maybe tonight. maybe
yeah, bet. Yeah, it's
tonight,
fire,
bro.
man.
You do any building, bro? You do any like VR building, asset building, world creation, avatar making?
No, I do wanna I haven't gotten into that, but I do wanna start making mods. Because
Okay.
one of my goals too is I want to make well, one, I want to make tools for my setup. So anybody that wants to, I want to make it easy for anybody that wants to have all this equipment, um, and make it feel seamless. Cause like y'all think this is cool, but this comes at a cost. Like I have to
Mm.
like do a lot of troubleshooting and typing away and fixing trouble,
Oh yeah.
fixing stuff. So
Oh
my
yeah.
goals is to kind of make kind of a blueprint for people that have this setup, like my charging station. Eventually I want to start mass producing and make it modular so people can charge their gear a lot
So that's a
easier,
whole
just make
start. That's a
VR a lot more convenient.
charging station right there.
Yeah, I built this, so
So
it's
everything
it plugs in with one.
everything that's
Yep.
set up there is plugged up.
Yep, and it's one power cable that just plugs in. So
Nice.
I put
That's
like
huge.
a power brick, put a bunch of USB-C cord, so it charges my full suit. The only one I gotta make for is a dock for my gloves to make it easier to charge those up.
And you
But
said you
that's like yeah.
no. Go ahead.
Um, no. That was it. That's the
Yeah.
that's the main thing I'm trying to do though.
Cause I'm about to say since you said you was a handyman, ain't nothing to like do some rigging, right? And do some rigging is cool,
Oh
right?
yeah, I got that. Got some wood. Know what I mean? Stained it. You best. I'm using all my skills to use.
I love that, bro. I love it. I built a house with my dad, and I appreciate that. You know what I mean, that lesson, and I learned like the crafting, man. You can do anything. Get some tools, and even like games like Minecraft. Actually, you know what I mean. You get some tools. If you get the enough
Yeah,
resources, you can make anything, bro. Get the enough tools to
yeah,
make
yeah. Nah, for real. It's
it.
like real life Minecraft.
um, Tell me about a little bit more about like your background in the handyman. Is it more electric? Is it more construction, or is it both? And then how does it tie? How did that kind of tie into VR and like what did that help make you want to become, or was it more easier for you to be like, let me put on this whole set and see what's up?
Yeah, it was way easier. So I do a mix of everything. So I have 14 aunts and uncles that and they're all a construction family. So like my grandfather's a contractor. So I already knew how to do this stuff, but due
Nice.
to the COVID pandemic, I started doing it, and a lot of people was working from home. So that's actually how I
Mm-hmm.
built my business, is through the pandemic when I first moved out here, and that like
Mm-hmm.
I got in at a good time. So it's always good to learn how to work with your hands. A lot of people in my comments be like, "Oh, he's in the house all day, he does nothing." I'm like, "No, I'm actually outside majority of the
I was
time
about to
and
say,
suiting up."
yeah. Yeah, a lot of people don't know. People in VR is definitely active, and you know what I mean. We gotta live out here.
Super active.
we gotta
Yeah,
make
yeah,
money and eat.
yeah,
We really do eat. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
do people think you're a
But
robot? Sometimes people think you AI or a robot, or is that I mean, since they see you
yo,
not
for
your content help that.
Yeah. Oh, they think I definitely think I'm a robot. My homies call me. Some of my friends call me Jimmy Neutron. My homie calls me Tony Stark or
Tony
Mr. Stark.
Stark. Right.
But sometimes my window be open. My neighbors be walking down the street and be seeing me like seeing me running on the treadmill and stuff. So I'm definitely known as the treadmill guy in that space. But the handyman stuff helped a lot because one, I'm good with my hands, so I like building, and I can, my room is like my set. So
Mhm. Cool
if
looking
I
set,
gave
man.
y'all a tour, I gotta do a tour of my room, but like my room is like a museum. So I actually do like interior design for some of my clients too, and
Really
do gaming setups and stuff. So I
nice.
yeah, so I actually got a design background.
That's tough.
Um, and stuff. But it helped a lot because, like I said, it's good networking. Because not only am I working with, big name people, and I'm talking about some big name people, because that's just the nature of LA. But I'm in their homes. It's a very personable relationship. So
Mm-hmm.
um, that helps a lot. It helps a lot with this because VR is such a niche, cool thing. And then now I can bring VR to like the mainstream. So now I can bring, show people out here like, hey, like I got big clients that are like, they like, yo, your setup is crazy. And mind you, I'm in a two-bedroom apartment. My roommates, they all game and stream and stuff, but like it's not I'm not living crazy. But like they come over here to be like, yo, I want to check out your stuff. So,
That's huge.
it's so yeah, it's just yeah, it's just you definitely got to utilize everything you do.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you work at McDonald's, you work anywhere. I just kept telling people like, hey, I do VR. Like I kept telling people what I do, and figure out ways to incorporate everything I do into one thing. So
That's huge, man. I love your journey, man. I love your passion. I love your energy,
yeah,
dog. And I be doing the same thing, man. In my neighborhood, just trying to show people what it is in there. In words. Well, how do you tell people? I guess I mean through your content, but in words though, in person, how do you tell people about the VR headset? Or because I've been telling people about my friends and family about it. In my words, they should get in there. How do you tell people?
you know what my number one go to. You ever seen the movie Ready Player One? So it's either I tell them that, because that's usually an easy one to kind of convey, and that goes back to my point of like marketing VR. Because when I tell people Ready Player One, they get it off the rip. Versus like telling people, oh, virtual reality, it's kind of hard for them to grasp that. Or like
Mm,
using a movie and show reference is a lot easier. So that's always
mm,
important to keep in mind with marketing VR.
respect.
But yeah, those are like the two main things. And then if not, I'll just show them like a video. I literally got a video ready on my phone of my content. I'll be like, yeah, see, look, this is this is VR.
And I'm about to say, and I guess in
So
honor, are you in honor? I guess of the 30th episode, and that's something we already kind of got hooked up. Do you mind showing the people just a little bit of your content on this right here? I just wanted
yeah,
to show, you know what I mean, to see what it looked like on here. Show like your top
yeah,
three
no, I got you, I
favorite
got you.
on
I got
on
my
here.
email pulled up.
And yeah, bro, I'm about to
All right,
say.
so yeah,
And with that being said, here we go. I'll pull it up now. As soon as it's ready, I'll pull it up. And I'm about to say this one question: what AI tools or tech updates are you excited for that will impact VR gaming? I see you. You said you do a lot of troubleshooting, and you kind of know like what works or what don't work, kind of for a lot of different games. But what? Yeah, same question: what AI tools or tech updates are you excited for that people probably?
um, the biggest one is coding. Like I literally, like I told you about my code I did earlier. That was literally off of me using ChatGPT and vibe coding, and like literally I did that in 4 hours and like overnight. Like um, my boy was here, was crashing here for a second, and he went out to go party, and he came back. I told him about it before he left, and he came back the same night, and I finished it at like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. So
Ooh,
that's huge, because the fact that somebody like me can code something and make custom tools like that is huge. I use ChatGPT and AI all the time. I know people get a lot of flack about AI, but when it's used as a tool, it's perfect.
that's what I'm saying, man.
So
Let them know.
So I'm excited for that. And then I've been dabbling in some. Now don't kill me, y'all. But I've been dabbling in some AI video stuff too. Mostly for helping me capture VR stuff. So one of the things I'm experimenting with is transitioning from the full body treadmill shot I was telling you about
Okay.
to the game. Like that scene in Ready Player
Nice.
One where he's transitioning to the Oasis.
Oh yeah.
I'm thinking about.
Oh,
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 my
you was
camera.
about to do it?
Uh,
Oh, I thought you was
yeah,
about
no,
to
yeah, I
transform
was. This
on
is about
us,
to,
bro. Oh.
I was
I
about to
thought you
suit
was
up
about to
for a
turn into
second.
the Avatar. They're like, oh, you finna turn this episode up.
Yeah, it's time to suit up. But nah, but like I've been experimenting with that, like just like little things that kind of help, record and film stuff. So
And that's huge, man. We gotta talk about that, man. That's gotta be on another like
Yeah.
filmmaking and AI and VR type of conversation, bro. Because I
Yeah.
you made me interested. Like my thoughts of like you saying coding to make your cameras, move at certain times, bro. I'm huge in a tech for that, a nerd for that, bro. So I kind of see. Did you use Raspberry Pi or something? What did you use the Python? What you use STS HTML? Am
I
I
use
close? I'm getting close, right?
no, I use Python.
Python. Okay,
Python.
boom.
Yep.
All right.
Mhm.
I thought I was a
And I
little
got a
close.
Raspberry Pi too.
There you
I
go.
got
But
a
you don't
home
need
assistant
that
installed
to
on it.
code. We just need Python and a computer,
Yeah, yeah, Python and a computer. That's it.
and you plug the things up to the computer, or not even. You can NDI the thing.
No, I just plugged it up and then I found the SDK because that's important. Like you gotta have the SDK for it, and I would just put it in Chat GTP. And the biggest thing is prompting because like people think you can just put whatever in AI and it's gonna do it for you. Like nah, you do have to learn some sort of coding. So like every day I was learning like the language and stuff. But it's a very good learning tool too, especially if you
Mm,
ask it questions as you're coding
mm.
and make it. But it's dope because you can get started on a project you want to start without learning the basics first and all that stuff. So,
I love that, bro.
but yeah,
I love that, bro.
yeah,
What's
man.
before we go? What's a dream collaboration you love to do in VR? And as you saying that, show the people. I'm on the show the people. What is that? This boom. Your Instagram.
Oh,
We live on your Instagram.
yeah, I got my YouTube pulled up too. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, yeah. You know what I mean? See, look at the numbers. You see them. You see them. Look at them. They going crazy. So yeah, so yeah, we can go over some of the numbers. Okay. So I actually realized this might be a good learning nugget for y'all. So if we go down here, these are my stories. Uh, let's see. Let's go to my actual page. Um, so as y'all can see, a lot of these videos got tons of likes. My content's pretty different. But I'm gonna scroll down here. I'm gonna kind of show y'all the evolution of my content. Um, so as you can see here, I'm kind of this is when I was trying to go faceless. So believe it or not, I try to go like do a faceless channel, but like it's kind of ironic now because I be showing my face in every damn video. Um, but here, I'm doing regular combat stuff. Got a music playing in the background. It's okay, and this is to the point where I said it gets distracting. Watching me do stuff down here versus like what's going on in the game. So I started off doing that. This is when I was at AWE. Um, this was good too because I really positioned myself as like a really top creator. That's another thing. If you're a creator, position yourself as a top creator. Like, act like you got 100,000 views and a
Mm,
million views before you even hit that because that's very important. Especially when talking to brands and just working on your brand in itself. But yeah, this one did good, and um, then I started evolving it. This is kind of an example of the code I was telling you about. So as you can see, as I turn around, it automatically switches here.
nice. That's hard,
So that
brother.
way you can, yeah, it's always in front of me, the camera. And plus I like showcasing my room too. And
Hmm.
I wanted people, see my thing is with my content, I want people immersed in like being in the VR space. Not so much the game, but being a VR player. So I want people to see that I'm in my room. My bed's a foot from my bed. I want to show people the dedication to this.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
for the most part, that
I
I'm just a
love that.
guy in this room like playing the game. So, and I like doing a lot of physical comedy too. So, um, here, this is when I started experimenting with more YouTube style content. So I was sitting in my room. This one I put an AC in my room to help cool myself. And this is an actual thing that I was doing. I got two portable ACs and I got central air just to help me cool myself so I can wear all my suit in gaming sessions. so so you gotta
you
so now I'm kind of showcasing like the type of content I want to showcase in
the
VR is like me
dedication,
problem solving.
yeah. Problem solving,
This
yeah.
here, yeah, so this here real quick. this is where I started copying people. There's another creator where he does killing NPCs that have a bad haircut. It was going viral, and I'm kind of experimenting with different content. And this is with the POV camera with Blade and Sorcery to kind of give you a different perspective. So I'm still mixing up the shots. This is a spin on my YouTube video that went viral. Um, like I said, I'm not gonna keep it too long here, but this let's see, where is it at? Yeah, this now this is the one that popped me off. So I was watching this video of this girl named Jenny Hoyos. She was talking about making a great hook in the first 3 seconds, and then was my hook. Is my VR setup more than my rent? Boom, went
Mm,
crazy. And this was on my birthday week too, and I was at Evo in
mm,
Vegas. So this was a crazy weekend for me. So this
smart.
one did crazy numbers. I gained. Now this is a nugget. I can go all day with this, bro. Um, so at the end here, I said, um, so you might have to follow me so I can pay all this shit back. I got
Mm,
6,000 subscribers off of just me saying that call to action alone. Now to give y'all
wow.
context,
Wow.
um, my homie, another homie of mine that was out here, he did 1 million views also on his short a little bit after this, and he only got 300 subscribers. So so
Oh.
so CTAs are like that's the difference between 6,000 extra subscribers versus 300. So now I'm realizing getting more yield for your content because
Mm,
it's cool. It's a lot of videos that hit 1 million views, but they're not yielding as much followers. And then later on my Instagram, I had some posts that you can see that with some posts. So yeah, then I started switching it up. I started doing skits. I seen another guy do a funny like Jarvis thing. My construction background pops up in this video. I'm running through, put some drywall,
mm.
put some
Oh, I
drywall on
seen
the
that,
wall,
bro.
and act like I'm running through it.
I was like, what's that? Did you? I was like, is that your real wall, bro? Like, what happened? Did you raise bait? What you do? How?
Hey,
What's to that?
$15 at Home Depot. Grabbed a sheet of drywall, took the door down, and then put. I seen another video where when I paused it, I seen that she did that. She was acting like she was breaking the wall down, but she had
Yeah.
did that. So I was like, huh. So now you seeing me veer off to just regular VR content. Now I'm kind of like just showing off my personality, and this is going to be very important as I like go down. So this I showcase the gloves. This is when I kind of start getting in that brand deal mode, even though this is just an
Mm,
affiliate deal
nice.
in the company I was already working with. Here I'm doing like some antics. So from the handyman stuff, I worked on a movie theater, and the client let me use his movie theater to film this video. So that's
Nice.
tying in stuff to like I got the resources to actually make some pretty crazy content.
Very
Um,
nice.
but yeah, these went well. This is collaborations. This is when I first joined. We and her, Kizzy, just joined Digital Dreamers,
Oh,
so we
shout
did
out
this skit together.
Kizzy.
Did well.
We playing the game of DM tag as well.
Huh?
I said we playing the game of DM tag as well.
Oh, yep. That's how it be. I So yeah, so then okay. This I did shout out to John. I met him like a year or so ago, way before I was doing the VR stuff crazy. And this
Oh,
is my guy right here. But we
it's
did
another
like a lot of
one.
interviews.
It's another
Yeah.
VR Ready
So we
Player One guy.
Yeah. Yep. So we did anime interviews. That pops off. Now this is when I really started experimenting because I kind of took a month off after the YouTube video popped off and all that stuff. But real quick, this was a trend that was going on TikTok.
Bro, I love this one, bro. That was my favorite. This is my favorite one, bro. This one cracked me
Yeah,
the
yeah. And
hell up, bro.
and what I learned from the first 1 million view video on YouTube is that another thing I realized is the comments. The comments helped me a lot to realize what
Mm,
worked and what people liked.
mm,
So most people they fuck with my setup. And that's when it clicked where I was like, oh, people like my setup. They just want to see me in the suit and
mm.
just in the setup. You get what I'm saying? So now I'm realizing like, okay, my setup needs to be the forefront, and then slowly you'll see me start incorporating gameplay in between that. But now I'm starting to narrow it down. So then I doubled down on that of just me throwing on the suit. Um, I did a lot of I did some clickbait for a little bit, and then did this, and then this video right here. This is the one that set it off. So I had my first million view video. Month went by. Boom. This went crazy on IG. 200K.
Yeah, what the fuck is this? What is this? Oh shit, yo, you just what cheat on me? What the fuck?
Are you cheating
You're not
on
focusing on
me?
what we doing right now.
Yeah.
Oh
So
yeah,
and
bro.
she's she's actually my neighbor too. She's a streamer. So she's actually my
Nice.
upstairs neighbor, believe it or not. So but
The
but yeah, that
collaboration,
popped off on
man.
IG, and then yeah, then after that I started doing more IRL stuff, and then it went crazy from there. And then I started averaging like 500K, almost a million a video now.
Very nice, bro. I love that, bro. What a fantastic breakdown, bro. From
Yeah.
from one VR enthusiast to another, man, and one who's trying to be in your shoes as far as um almost being close or really making a living off of being VR content creator in VR and like advancing what VR will be for the future. You know, for the kids you was talking about and paving the way to make it better for us. You know what I mean with the AI tools and the tech and the coding, man, and making games more comfortable. I'm excited for that, man. I'm excited that you are a part of some teams and a part of the future for that, man, for sure, man. Anything you got coming up
Yeah,
or
big
want to
ups.
do or produce, and like that's you know what I
Um.
mean. Anything in the dream
Oh,
works?
I got some stuff coming up. So I have a really good partnership that I'm partnering with now. It's gonna blow a lot of people's mind because this is more of a long term thing. Let's say me and my roommate, we have a production company. He's a full time editor, so I actually want to start doing like document mini docs on YouTube. Kind of
Ooh,
like showcasing me trying out different things in VR. So this partnership I got coming up is crazy. It's gonna really rethink. It's gonna make people rethink like how you play VR games and stuff. So I'm super excited for that. What other projects I got?
nice.
That's about it. It's a lot going on. I'm gonna be at CES next month. I'm gonna be running coordinating a booth there. So I'm actually going to be doing that, putting my big boy pants on, and then yeah, these next few months is going to be it's actually pretty life changing, man. So that's what I got coming up.
I'm excited for you, man. For real, bro. I'm excited, man. Um, I'm excited, dude. Let me know if anything I can do, man, in the VR space. You know, I help production companies too. I'm a video producer, DP, editor,
Oh, word.
and director. I'm working on some couple shows here in Philly, and I'm kind of produced this shows and more shows in VR. Working on events and like a short film with some people. So in VR, so I'm excited
Oh,
about
word.
making innovations as well in the film industry. Maybe we can collab in the near future, turning it up more, man. 100%, dude.
Oh yeah, I'm with
One
it.
one 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 fun thing. What's a dream collaboration you'd love to do in VR? What would be that dream collaboration?
Oh, you know what? Oh, I got a lot. One dream collaboration is doing a stream with Kai Cenat.
Hi, that'll be dope.
Yeah, doing a stream with Kai Cenat. And that's something I know I can pull off at some point. So but yeah, it's a lot of dream collabs that I want to do because I want to bring everybody into VR, like people, because like I said, what we do is pretty cool and it's an easy sell. So
Oh, yeah, we want to share. We want to share this coolness. We want to share this immersion. And imagine if more people be
yeah,
playing. Sometimes we be in there. We're like, why is more people not in here? You know what I mean? Low key.
yeah,
But
yeah.
imagine,
That's
you know
what
what
I'm
I mean?
saying. I'm like,
Yeah.
what you mean, suit up?
Like yeah, like you seeing this? But I want to really thank you, man. Really thank you for your time, your energy, your space, man, and your what you're doing for the space, man. VR. I'm excited. I'm super excited. Any shameless plugs, shout outs, or anything that you missing? I'm missing.
No, yeah. Follow me at Circuits or Circus Gaming. Circus on IG and Circus Gaming on YouTube and TikTok. But yeah, check me out. I got a Patreon where sometimes I put on talk about some projects I'm working on or I'm just brainstorming. But yeah, other than that, yeah, just check me out.
my brother, man. Thank you so much for being on the show, bro. And that's going to be a wrap on this episode of In the Lens with Benz. Huge thank you to my man Circus, bro, for joining us and sharing your
Yes,
story.
sir.
Making sure to check them out at Circuits right there below their, below their face. And thank you to everyone watching, listening. And if you enjoyed this conversation, don't forget to follow, share, and stay tapped in for more creators, innovators stepping into the future of VR and AI, bro. Until next time, this is Ben signing off. Keep creating, keep imagining, and always stay in the lens. Thank you, my man Circus. Thank you so much, bro. Crazy gems,
Yes,
bro.
sir.
I done learned a lot. It was a whole lesson for me, and
Yeah,
I get to
nah.
more deep into what you be doing, bro. Thank you so much. 30th episode, bro. At
Big
Circuits,
30.
man. We're gonna keep it going. We're gonna keep it going. Stay tuned for a collaboration with me and